Hello and welcome to a brand new series where we try to decide the most agreeable Fighters Pass for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, when I say agreeable, it's going to be pretty much based on high percentages of yeses. And what do I mean by that? Well, each of these videos will solely focus on one specific character. Now, these videos, maybe we get I don't know, maybe 3 a week. We'll see how it all plays out and how much time I have to sit down and record these. But each video will solely focus on one specific character. And then the next video becomes a different character and so on and so forth. But by that I mean, we will talk about the series, the popularity of, well, the character and the series. We'll talk about the relevancy of the series and character as well, because that's still important to some people. We'll even talk about some moves, for potential moveset. Why not? Among other things. So, once we've finished talking about the character for that day, we will all then give our own opinions on whether we want that character in the Fighters Pass. So, it'll just be a simple yes or no from you and from me, because I'll give my opinion as well, but it's a simple yes or no. Tell me down in the comments section, yes, I would like to see this character in the Fighters Pass, or no, I would not like to see this character in the Fighters Pass. And you don't need to say, well, I would rather see this character from this company. No. It's really simple. Do you want to see the character in Smash Bros? If so, then say yes. If not, say no. Seriously, that's all I need, just a yes or no. I know some people will kind of run with that and kind of do their own thing, which is fine, but I'm just trying to make it clear. I only need a yes or no. That way, that's how we're going to define the stats of the character. So, then the following video, I will add up the percentages of yeses and nos from the character that we talked about in the previous video. So, pretty much the highest percentages of yeses will kind of ultimately make our most agreeable Fighters Pass, if that makes sense. So, once we get, say, 10 characters done, we'll figure out what the 5 most characters are wanted, percentage-wise. Did somebody have 90% yeses? I mean, then most agreeable, right? That's kind of how this is going. So, yeah, that's how this is going to kind of play out. So, I guess without any further ado, let's jump in to today's character. Crash Bandicoot! Oh boy, what a gaming legend this guy is. I mean, where'd he start? I mean, I guess he did start out as a timed exclusive on the PlayStation brand. I mean, he was even made at one point to rival Mario.
Hey, plumber boy, mustache man, your worst nightmare has arrived. Pack up your stuff.
I mean, he did that for a bit, right? Like, those were 1A and 1B in terms of popularity in gaming. Those were the top 2 guys. I mean, like I said, Crash rivaled Mario, not just for the most popular gaming character in platformers, but the entire world. It's crazy to think how insanely popular this guy was at one point. I mean, here, look at these sales numbers for a second. Like, these are from multiple games that he's had from the mid 90s to, we'll say, early 2000s. I mean, check these out. These numbers, most of them are very good. Very, very good. I mean, first Crash Bandicoot, what did that sell? Like 6 or 7 million, and then Crash 2 sold like 7 million. Like, these are fantastic numbers, even by today's standards. So think about 2 decades ago. 2 decades ago, and they were doing that kind of numbers. That just shows how popular. Like 2 decades ago, that was like unthinkable. Those were insane, astronomical numbers, and he was pulling it then. So that's absolutely crazy. So yeah, there's just a few numbers for some older Crash games. But sadly, after the timed exclusivity ran out with PlayStation, Crash, well, pretty much started falling down in terms of, well, everything. Popularity started decreasing, sales numbers were decreasing, even his relevancy started decreasing. He wasn't getting yearly games, he wasn't getting all these new spin-offs and new entries into the series. Like, he started kind of losing it a bit, which is pretty sad because, just kind of where he came from, the top of the gaming mountain to pretty much snowballing to the bottom. Oh, poor guy. I mean, There was even that one point. Anybody remember this when he was in Skylanders? Oh boy.
All right, who's the drongo trying to get one over on old Crash, eh? Wow, the future, eh? How'd you get here? Oh, most amazing of all, 3 seconds from now.
Happens in 3 seconds.
This.
Yeah, hardcore Crash fans, we pretty much despise the version of that character. Nobody talks about that. It was kind of like the nuts and bolts version of Banjo-Kazooie. We don't talk about that. That never existed. That didn't happen, okay? But luckily for us, in what, 2017 was it? The Insane Trilogy was released for a brand new generation of gamers to experience, just to see how amazing this Crash Bandicoot series really is. And you want to know the funny thing? You want to hear the remarkable thing about this? With these remakes, reportedly sold over 10 million copies. Going back to his sales numbers from before, remember when I said like 6 and 7 million? That was astronomical. The remake game selling over 10 million copies? Yeah, I think it's safe to say his fans missed him. I think it's safe to assume that, right? So, I mean, ever since his rebirth, Crash has kind of been back at the forefront of gaming. Maybe he's not the most popular character, but he's definitely in the conversation. I don't think anyone can argue with that. I mean, heck, he even has a brand new game coming out this year. I believe it's October 2nd, 2020. Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, right? It is about time. Brand new entry into the series. That'll be fun. That'll be great to play. Now, in terms of a moveset, Crash really has some awesome moves at his disposal. I talked about this on a video I made a couple months ago where we kind of went over his moveset and everything, so if you want to check that out, search that up on the channel. But otherwise, he has moves in his arsenal. Things such as a spin attack, the fruit bazooka, come on, that's awesome. Belly flop, I mean, that's simple, right? You could use that for a down smash. What about jumping on Polar the Bear, using him as a side special, dashes sideways? I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Get Polar the Bear involved as well. You also have using crates as an example. TNT crates, just bounce crates, whatever it might be. So all these moves fit very well with the Smash Bros. Style of combat. So on the plus side, it's very easy, it's extremely easy, dare I say, to see this legend duking it out with the likes of Mario, Mega Man, Sonic, just to name a few. I mean, Crash pretty much fits right in with how Smash Bros. Is kind of, handled, how it works. He just feels like a missing puzzle piece at this point. Like, go ahead, just stick the puzzle piece in, just make it happen. Make it happen. Alright, well, I guess we're kind of at that point now where it's time for me to give my answer as to if I want to see Crash Bandicoot in the Fighter's Pass for Smash Bros. My answer is simple. Yes. He's one of my most wanted characters. I did not grow up with this guy. I grew up Nintendo. I had friends that grew up on PlayStation, but I grew up Nintendo, so I missed out. So once that Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, got released a few years ago, I was able to play that and experience that for the first time. And I absolutely love this dude. Great character, great art style, and plus, with his game that's coming out in October, he's got a brand new updated design. You could use that updated design in Smash Bros. A lot of people are really liking it. I've heard a few people say that they're not too fond of it, but it's okay. So, hey, he's got a brand new updated design. That'd be so perfect. So perfect for him in the game. But for me, I think, he easily deserves his spot in what is the equivalent to an all-star game in video games. That being Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So personally, I hope someday Crash is able to make it into Smash Bros. For me, that would be such a huge and hype announcement. I would love for this to come to fruition someday. But I guess it's kind of at that point where you guys need to tell me down in the comment section, do you want to see Crash Bandicoot in the Fighter's Pass? Again, simple yes or no. And don't say you'd rather see Spyro before him. If that's how you're going to say it, then that's pretty much a no, right? So, Just say that. I mean, just say yes or no, and then you could give your reason below. That is 100% fine, right? We'll do it kind of how we did in the tournaments. Yes or no? What's your vote? Who do you got? What do you have in this case? So yes or no, and then if you feel the need to, explain why you voted that way. It's all good. It's all good. And if you have anything to add about the character, feel free to drop that as well. Feel free to drop that as well. Any stories about Crash? You grew up with him. You just played his game for the first time 2 days ago. I don't know. Let me know that stuff. That'll be fun to kind of read back on. But so again, how this is gonna work. I will update you guys in the next video. Again, it's not gonna be tomorrow. This is not an everyday series. This is a special, you know, I doubt 3 days a week, but probably 2 days a week we can do one of these videos. So once we get the next video in this series out, I will update you on what Crash's stats were. How many people said yes, how many people said no, and then ultimately, what were the percentages of yeses? I think that's the best way to put that. So that's the next video, but until then, I guess I hope you guys enjoyed. So I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.